Most entrepreneurs don't have a business. They just have an offer. People want to spend money. You need to show them that you are the best place to spend that money. Your only job is to sling deals, right? If you're on a sales call with a prospect and you realize they don't need everything you're offering, you should have a downsell option. Show them, hey, you might not need this. All these done for you things, they might be done with you, right? And then you reduce the cost, but at least you close deals, okay? You need to give them an environment, an ecosystem of offers. So your ecosystem of offers where they can be upsold or downsold or cross-sold, that is what Russell Brunson calls your value ladder. You need to provide value to the prospect. So this is the relationship they'll have with you, right? So give them a place to go. So at the bottom of your value ladder, this is your free content. This is your free lead magnets. These are things that capture attention and build trust with you fast, right? Now, in your client ascension journey, when you get them to ascend, when they're ready for more, sometimes they start here, sometimes they start here. Wherever they are, you should provide them with a place to ascend, right? This is the first of the two elements I want to talk about, the value ladder. I want you to understand this, right? Next, on the client ascension journey, you give them a little bit more value, and with that, that is attached with more price, right? And you can say something to send them like, hey, if you want the full system that you've gotten for free so far, I put it here, right? And it has a low ticket price. These could be mini courses, a recorded workshop, starter kits, a challenge, a few-day challenge, right? Now, if you want to send them even further, a little bit higher ticket, but you always want to accompany your increase in price with an increase in value, always, right? So to ascend them, you could say something like, hey, if you want help implementing this as in a done with you option, then here's input your email, sign up, register, whatever it is, right? And here you deliver transformation. These become case studies for your highest option here, your high ticket option here. But these are things like a cohort-based course where people are growing together, huge value, paid community, a mastermind, done with you programs, right? Now, ultimate value is, hey, do you want me to build this for you, like done for you services? These are one-on-one coaching, like super custom, super in-depth, high touch points. This stuff reflects in a higher ticket option, right? So that is your offer ecosystem. So many business owners, they just have one of these. They just have a webinar that points them to something, maybe just two little offers, but really it's just one offer. You need to provide the prospect some place to go. Upsell, downsell, that's what you need, right? Now, some people confuse this with a funnel. They think this is like bottom of funnel, that you're like descending the funnel here. This is top of funnel. All right, real quick, if you're a B2B business owner and you're looking to optimize everything in your process from click to close, whether that's your landing pages, your automations, your funnels, with a performance-based guarantee, then check out the link in the description. All right, now let's get back to the video. It's actually not the case. And I can understand how it's like easily conflatable, but this is what a funnel is, okay? A funnel is actually the sales conversation from one offer to the next, right? So you have top of funnel where people are not aware sometimes of their problem, and maybe they are aware of the problem, but they don't know about the solution, right? These people need to be educated. They're very cold traffic, usually, right? And so you post a lot of educational content, reels, whatever you need to get them in the top of the funnel. And then your only thing to do here is to build trust and nurture people in the solution, where you talk about the solution. You don't automatically pitch your product or your service here. You just need to make them aware that, hey, these pain points you're having, there is a solution. This exists. So many people don't know that a solution exists, okay? And then the bottom of funnel, this is where you pitch. This is where you convert, okay? Now, this is how they both work together, right? Every single step of your value ladder should have its own funnel. Why? Because the objective of each of these individual offers is to have a close, right? You want a specific thing. So there should be one funnel for each of the offers. That's it. That's why Linktree links are such a disaster, because a confused prospect will say no. You want your free stuff to lead to a free landing page to a free product. You want your low ticket funnel to lead to a low ticket landing page to a low ticket close. You want your high ticket offer to have a high ticket landing page with a high ticket close. You want everything to be individualized and clean. That way there's no leaks in your funnels, right? Now, easy way to think of this is that your value ladder is focused on retaining your LTV, your lifetime value of the prospect. So these are multi-step, like as you see, multi-offer, and they can take a long time, right? Typically it takes like 7 hours of consuming content and 4 different touch points to close somebody, right? That's why it's so important to post content. And you can shortcut it a little bit with ads, but people need to see your offer because the sales cycle takes a long time. Now, how is that different from funnels? Funnels are about short-term conversions from one offer to the next, right? They're focused on one offer, and these sales cycles can happen over minutes or even days, right? So this is more about lifetime value. This is about conversion rate. Now, likewise, think about the value ladder as what you sell. This is specifically about your offers. If you map this out and you notice there's a huge jump between your free offers and your high ticket offers, think about implementing a middle offer, a mid-ticket offer. A lot of people are missing something that naturally transitions these prospects, right? Now, the funnel is how you sell. There's different types of funnels for different types of prospects for different types of offers. And each step should have its own funnel. This is what happens when they don't work together. Funnels without a value ladder, you just sell one thing, just one offer. That's so many people. They just have this one thing, right? People want to be led somewhere else, especially if you actually deliver on value. When you fulfill for a client, that's a great case study. But keep them in your ecosystem. You want to squeeze as much lifetime value out of these people as possible, right? Likewise, a value ladder without funnels is super leaky. You'll have multiple offers, but there's no clear path like where to take them, okay? So these lead to low conversions because they're confused. They don't know where to go. You don't have a clear client ascension process. That's why it's so important to know how to actually do this. So I'm actually going to map this out for you. Took some time. This is how the mechanism interlocks. So let's look at it. Okay, what is an example of a free funnel? You can use a squeeze page or a squeeze funnel where your only objective is to get and squeeze the email out of them, right? Your email list is super important for cold email, but it's also the only asset really, like informational asset that you own. So what would that top of funnel look like? You would hook them. Hey, comment this if you want a fast result. You send them to an opt-in page. In the opt-in page, you get their email, right? And then you send them to a thank you page. That's it. That's the shortest funnel in the world, right? Now, a little bit low ticket, you can have a one offer, one page funnel, right? And you have the sales page where everything is in one page. There's no like thank you page, there's nothing. It's just literally everything, the sales button, everything is on one page. And this is for really quick, very small ticket stuff. Like, hey, if you're interested, buy it now. Here's the page. One landing page, one offer, that's it. It's all there, right? Now, a little bit higher ticket, your webinar or your VSL funnels, this is where you have to register because it's something a little bit more investing in time. The prospect has to invest time, you have to invest time, so it's a little bit more intense. So you kind of want to qualify these people and you have them register and then you give them a lot of value on the training, right? And then you give a pitch at the end. You can give a special discount for those who attended the webinar, whatever it is, right? And because it has so much value, you can actually, justify an increase in price. Now, the high ticket funnel could be an application funnel where you have a landing page and you call out exactly who the avatar is, who it's not for. You make them apply. It's really key for these that you actually discriminate and say, hey, okay, this is not for you because we actually want to work with X number of people. And then you book a call with them. That's how that interlocks with each other, right? And it's really important for business owners to understand these two and how they work together, because if you don't know how they work together, you're going to have leaks all over. You're going to leave so much money on the table. This is all about product architecture. Hopefully that was helpful for you. My name is Mateo, and if you're interested in me building these out for your offers and building out the funnels and the landing pages and everything for you, then I would be happy to hop on a call, see if we're a right fit. I am the founder of Veloxis, and if you're interested, there's going to be a link in the bottom here so we can work together. Awesome. Take care. Peace.